All right, thank you all for being here for the official weigh-in for UFC 282, Blachowicz versus Ankalaev, and we will begin with the man around whom this fight card was built, the former UFC light heavyweight champion, now the third-ranked contender, Jan Blachowicz. $204.5, the official weight for Jan Blachowicz. All right, next fighter to the scale, the other man around whom this fight card was built, the fourth-ranked light heavyweight contender, getting his first title shot here Saturday night, Magomed Ankalaev. 205, the official weight for Magomed Ankalaev. With that, your UFC light heavyweight championship main event is official. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in a prelim live on ESPN2 and making his UFC featherweight debut, Alexander the Great Ape Hernandez. 145.5, the official weight for Alexander Hernandez. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing live on pay-per-view, the 10th-ranked UFC middleweight contender and former world title challenger, Darren the Gorilla Till. Official weight 184.5 for Darren Till. All right, next fighter set to weigh in. We go back to the UFC's featherweight division as we welcome TJ Brown. 145.5, the official weight for TJ Brown. All right, next athlete to the stage, one half of the co-main event in the UFC's lightweight division, Jared Flash Gordon. 155.5, the official weight for Jared Gordon. All right, back to the featherweight division now as we say hello to Billy Q, Billy Quarantello. 146 pounds, the official weight for Billy Quarantello. All right, next fighter to the scale, kicking off the pay-per-view main card, the 9th-ranked UFC featherweight contender, Thug Nasty, Bryce Mitchell. 146, the official weight for Bryce Mitchell. All right, next fighter to the stage is his opponent, the 14th-ranked UFC featherweight, undefeated, Ilia Topuria. 146, the official weight for Ilia Topuria. All right, back to the featherweight division now as we say hello to Eric Silva. 146, the official weight for Eric Silva. All right, next fighter to the scale in the UFC's bantamweight division, set for his debut here Saturday night, Cameron Simon. Official weight 135 for Cameron Simon. All right, next athlete to weigh in, competing in a prelim live on ESPN2 in the middleweight division, Dalsha Lungiambula. 185.5, the official weight for Dalsha Lungiambula. And the next athlete to weigh in just so happens to be his opponent, the Golden Boy, Edmen Shahbazyan. 185.5. Official weight 185.5 for Edmen Shahbazyan. All right, next fighter to the scale, one of 6 fighters making their debut Saturday night, Stephen Kozlow. 136, the official weight for Stephen Kozlow. All right, next fighter to the stage, competing in a prelim live on ESPN2, the 15th ranked middleweight contender, the King of Combat, Chris Action Man Curtis. 186, the official weight for Chris Curtis. All right, next fighter to weigh in this morning, the guy many fans have come to see, competing in the co-main event live on pay-per-view in the UFC's lightweight division, Paddy the Baddy Pimblett. 156, the official weight for Paddy Pimblett. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing live on pay-per-view, the 14th ranked UFC middleweight contender, Dricus du Plessis. 185, the official weight for Dracus Duplessis. All right, next fighter to weigh in, one half of the featured prelim live on ESPN2, Jay Perrin. 136, the official weight for Jay Perrin. All right, next fighter to the stage, competing in a prelim in the flyweight division, Daniel Da Silva. 129 for Daniel Da Silva, 3 pounds over the flyweight limit. All right, next fighter to the scale, the 11th ranked UFC heavyweight contender out of Philadelphia, PA, Chris Daukaus. 242.5, the official weight for Chris Daukaus. All right, next athlete to weigh in, one half of the featured prelim live on ESPN2, making his UFC debut at 18 years of age, Raul Rosas Jr. 136, the official weight for Raul Rosas Jr. All right, next fighter to the scale, competing in the UFC's flyweight division, Vinicius Salvador. 126, the official weight for Vinicius Salvador. All right, next fighter to weigh in this morning, competing on the pay-per-view main card at a catch weight of 180 pounds, the streaking welterweight contender, Alex the Great White Morono. 179.5, the official weight for Alex Morono. All right, next athlete to the scale, competing in the UFC's middleweight division, New Mansa, Joaquin Buckley. 185.5, the official weight for Joaquin Buckley. All right, next fighter to hit the stage, the 9th ranked UFC heavyweight contender, Biggie Boy, Jairzinho Rozenstruik. 261.5, the official weight for Jairzinho Rozenstruik. All right, our final athlete to weigh in this morning, competing live on pay-per-view at a catch weight of 180 pounds, the Argentine dagger, Santiago Ponzinibbio. 179.5, the official weight for Santiago Ponzinibbio. All right, folks, that is it for the official weigh-in. We will see you for the ceremonials at 4 p.m. local time. One more sleep.